Welcome to the last part of 3.1. We're here to do it.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
Not the creepy things again.
Maggie? No, it's an illusion.
What the hell? Already?
This room is huge. Trianne, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Oryx? What are you two whispering about? Treeby? Trianne?
What?
Trianne can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Oh no.
Well, never mind. Trianne suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Ooh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there.
It feels like Trianne is affected by the black tide. And it's getting more and more corrupted. I don't know.
Over here. Follow Trianne. Trianne, slow down.
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not
Stop.
the solution.
Right here. I summon thee, Oryx.
What?
Stir up ripples of past reverie.
That's not.
Something's appeared. Wait, we should read it first.
Saffron's secret recipes to Mr. Wincombe. For many years, Janusopolis has relied on the rose myrtle to obtain the boon of the gods. We have spent 5 or 6 years now digging out its roots and cutting back its branches. Now, this red tree is on the verge of collapse and has long since ceased to serve its purpose, yet it still seeks to spread out its canopy and eclipse Janusopolis from their glorious rays. We have a secret plan to fell this tree. We just need to wait for the ceremony to make a small move, and the rose myrtle will slip and fall into the abyss. Janusopolis is built on a mountainside. There are more than a few cases of people who have lost their footing in its history. As for the next sacred tree, we were planning on selecting another puppet. As for the rose myrtle's daughter, Trebius, we'll call her Saffron for now. In my eyes, I think it would be fine to just find an excuse to off Saffron. However, Codex the Acolyte is extremely insistent on raising her to become the next sacred tree. She has undergone related education since she was a young girl, which would save a lot of work on our part. As for her identity as the daughter of Rose Myrtle, she's still young and has not yet grown wings. If we can just keep her grounded, the power of the divine oracle will remain tightly in our grasp. We both know that the saffron's most outstanding property is that it can be cooked in so many ways. Put in porridge, stewed or fried. No matter how you cook it, this plant will always be a delicacy. Danalio. This is a very creepy description of the saffron recipe, and it's not a saffron recipe. It's literally directed at Treeby.
Wait, this is a letter? It mentions something about saffron and Trebios? Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trianne sense it? Could it be our lost memories?
Could be.
Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oryx and entered their trial? But why haven't they said a word? Oryx has the whims of a child. Perhaps
This
they're
is not good.
playing with us on purpose.
This is really, really not good.
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Continue following Trianne and look for Saffron. Wait, no, Trianne is at the bottom. Oh my god.
Separation and death are two. Reconciliation doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Are these visions also fragments of the past?
No. Not from those people, at least. These people are different that said those lines. And they're being replaced by people Triby knows.
Triby! Trianne! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll take a look. But Trianne, there's nothing in here. What? It was right in the stolium. Huh? There's really nothing here. That can't be! I swear I saw it! I swear! Trianne is telling the truth. It was right there.
I love the music.
Go!
Again, the Bellabog vibes, the underworld.
Trianne, Triby, why aren't you saying anything? Trianne can't seem to hear you at all. We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trianne. What you saw was likely, Yanna's hair. We must have startled it away. Okay. Could Orynyx be trying to make us falter? But why would they do that? Something feels off. Triby, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet? What do you mean? It might just be an illusion, but Trianne wonders, is Orynyx really putting us through a trial?
It's not Orynyx. What happened to Orynyx? Or is it Orynyx but already corrupted? Oh, this is scary.
Still no luck finding any safari.
This is really scary.
I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Orynyx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
We're here, aren't we?
Triby, Trianne, look at this! So cool!
The doll.
So many of us now! Trianne,
Oh my god, shivers again.
it's really quiet in
No.
here. Do all Titans live in
Oh,
dark
the Black
places
Tide
like
is
this?
here. Oh, crap. I don't want to go there. I really don't want to go there.
There's strength in numbers!
If you're happy and you know it, what? If you have...
What's going on? Orynyx disappeared?
I don't want to see this. Not long ago in Okhema.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide,
He's also hunting for core
but is
flames.
also hunting for core flames everywhere?
He took out Orynyx already.
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames.
That's not good at all.
The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Circes inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Okhema soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
No, he would go to the other ones that are still alone, like under no protection.
Not necessarily. Let's call that
Flame
person
Reaver.
the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets. The first target is me. The second target is Orynyx, who hasn't yet fallen.
No, Trippy.
And the third
no.
is Okhema and the Vortex of Genesis, But I suspect Okhema won't
Of
be their
course
first
not,
target.
of course not.
Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored.
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila, can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
Can that swordmaster fly?
Good point. But
I mean,
what if he does grow wings?
He was levitating, wasn't he? I remember him levitating.
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
Oh, okay then. I guess I was wrong.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
With the distances between Okhema, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe we should bolster our defenses and...
Oh, next. Bad news, Phainon. Tribi is missing. The last time of the 3 of them were seen was in the Abyss of Fate. Oh my god, no. No. This is so scary.
Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Tribi, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh.
Trianne, please.
Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way.
It's the corrupted.
Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us. Trianne, come check this out.
Oh no.
What's this? Trianne feels like it's so familiar.
Trianne forgot? What that is? How many?
Maybe.
No.
See you tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? Oh god. Fuck off. I don't want to open my eyes. Maybe she's fine.
Where am I?
Oh my god, all the upside down mouths.
Little gray, snowy, and wait, where's Trianne? Is she back?
We only saw the 2 of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trianne.
Maybe she's fine. Help him.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trianne...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
Trianne, I have a bad feeling about this. We need to go after the black-robed swordmaster. I don't know if we need to go up after him. I feel like, Trianne, I have a bad feeling about this.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the Abyss and meet up with Aglaea's reinforcements, then search for Trianne's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
Do you know where it's headed?
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide, so we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
I did think about it. Anaxagoras was talking with Phainon, and it was literally Kevin and Sue, who are best friends in Honkai Impact 3rd. They're literally like so close. I didn't make the connection at that moment. That was actually a very precious moment, even though for them it wasn't the same, but still, they're gonna be working together now. This is very cool.
Lord Phainon!
Okhema
Lady
Scout.
Trivi and Lady Trianne. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaea's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaea already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Phainon, I understand that swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
Oh. Ooh.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If that swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, the Krateros heirs must not take them lightly. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaea. We'll need all the help we can get for this encirclement.
Why don't we split up as previously discussed? Iakini and I will stay to regroup with the reinforcements. You go back to the Holy City with everyone and tell Aglaea about your plan.
Trianne will stay in the Abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Tribi, let's go. We're back, Aglaea.
We went back.
You should have come to me first, Phainon.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Okhema is currently in grave danger.
And what about Trianne?
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only 2 titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap at any moment. Phainon, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
Phainon recounts Anaxa's discovery.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes, just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap.
Unless it's very smart.
Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Circe's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss. So he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side. He is the key.
How? I knew it. Of course it's got to be me. Really? Are you sure I can do it? I have a stellar on. Can we pass it off as a core flame? Are you sure I can do it? I have a stellar on.
We need your other companion too.
Ma'am.
Ma'am,
Oh, ma'am.
do you mean me?
Hello?
I see. Fine.
A full
What
sentence?
battlefield you mentioned?
A full sentence?
Is it Castrum Kremnos.
Yes, I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with his companion during the battle with Nikodor, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside.
I can't. With a trailblazer and Mem looking at each other like that, they're like, it's us again, it's our turn to do this. Like staring at each other like they know it's up to them.
Then we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive.
Smart,
Orynyx has
but
fallen, and Janus's divine power already belongs to Okhema. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength.
very leadership qualities there from Phainon.
Can you do it, little one?
The cheeks! So round, so cute. Oh. Okay. That's right, we can do anything. I'll talk like I'm with March. This kind of confidence, you know?
Yeah.
Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Tribe went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
What are they plotting?
Overthrow Aglaea.
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually. But that's a problem for
Yeah,
another day.
that's not priority
I
right
sent
now.
Casterus ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being.
The message being Castor is all purple lit up, like getting close to them in a scary way.
Phainon, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Okhema is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success.
There's
and
no way
I shall respect any decision you make.
There's no way I wouldn't help or rush into it. We need to work fast. How do we make sure that the plan will work?
I may not be as masterful as Trianne when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the core flame, that will be up to Anaxa's capabilities.
Based on what I know of him, he can do it.
The confidence in Sue. I'm sorry, Anaxagoya. How do we guarantee my safety? We don't.
I'll be honest, we can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
Aww. Whatever Mem's plan is, I'll follow. I trust those cheeks. I cannot say no. Look at this.
We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
Feels like we're missing someone.
You mean Mydei? He's dealing with a different problem.
Oh.
Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Yeah, he has his own issues now. That's true. Vortex of Genesis, Okhema.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
You and I, we're both the same.
He's thinking.
Feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos.
Why did this give me chills?
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikodor?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Oh. Okay. I ship it. Sip it. Sip. Sip it. Ship it. Anyway, I'm all up for it.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Geocles.
Sounds like you've spoken with Krateros. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Krateros told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife.
Don't we have the mountain dweller as well in Genshin, or I confuse it with a different dweller? Or a different mountain something? Is it one of the Adepti? I'm not sure.
But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
I was about to say the same thing!
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Lydonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Lydonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations.
Jesus.
When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. The Lydonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad.
Just like his story. He has to step up for the people that do not really seem to be wanting a change. They all see the old ways and they believe in those old ways.
But he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
Because I don't think there's a solution that will make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Geocles did. He took the mountain dwellers' store of gemstones and traded them with the Lydonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, He set ablaze the forest surrounding the
Oh.
forcing his people to flee the mountain.
He played it risky. Sounds more like an Aglaea now than Mydei.
That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
Which means he literally saved their lives. Sometimes you have to do something not questionable necessary, but I should say extreme, to make a change.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
You can't please everyone.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history.
I guess you can't save everyone.
But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is? It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy.
If I tell you how important this is right now, because it's literally what I was discussing today with something very important with my life, actually. I can't believe I'm reading this right after that. It's like someone put it there on purpose. Very important.
He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes. And then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
The way Phainon looks at me, Demos, my god. It's so adorable. Look how warm his eyes are looking at him.
I'll be leaving Okhema soon to fight the great darkness of this world. To shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, that I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot, and the only way to kill me.
Oh my god, this is like the story of Achilles. Well, not exactly like that, but Achilles had a weak spot on his foot, in the back of his foot. My god, I have to find this right now. Wait, I have to say this correctly before I say anything that's wrong. Achilles, when he was born, there was a prophecy that he was going to die young. So, in order to protect him from this, his mother, I don't know how to say her name in English, that's the thing. Let's say Thetida. She took Aglaea to a place where she threw him into the water and he became unkillable. Which is, if you think about it, that's what his father did to kill him, and he instead became unkillable. So he also, now it's a parallel. Mydei has a weak spot just like Achilles, who was thrown into the water to be rescued. This is the difference though. They threw Aglaea into the water to make him immortal, but in this situation he was thrown there to die. Wow, that's amazing! And the reason that was the weak spot was because it wasn't touched by the water. There were some places that were not touched by the water. That's so cool. I'm impressed. But why would he say that to him? No, this is bad. This is foreshadowing.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. If you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. Loudly call out the name of the new god.
I'm getting chills. This is incredible. This is really, really good writing. That was a weird transition.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Let's go. Let's go.
No way. A Kremnoan?
Oh. There's one.
I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation on the front line?
And she did?
And Okhema, why are you here?
What? Didn't Aglaea tell you?
What?
We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Aglaea, that vile usurper.
Why?
Spit on her name.
She wants to help you.
Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black road.
Why are they doing this? We want to help them. A harsh curse lodged in his throat, refusing to escape. Moments later, he convulsed with his head drooping as his spirit departed his body, drifting towards the abode of Thanatos. And his last words were to trash talk Aglaea.
The Kremnoans really are just like their king. Rest in peace. May your glory last forever. Did they come to fight on their own accord?
I don't understand.
Still fighting. You must become king.
I'm killing it. I'm sorry, I have to kill it.
Resonate all together. Stars echo.
Imagine everyone fighting around in this war, dying to the black tide, and Robin is just there sinking like to help her teammates like.
Trinity is before me. Watch over you.
Can you imagine it?
Time for resolution.
I'm not gonna use my ultimate. I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah.
It's so precious, you know.
Seek and you shall receive. Doubt, farewell.
The foretold triumph draws nearer.
So Aglaea shouldn't be right here, right now. There's a teleport here, okay.
Pierces my ears.
What's
We're
up?
almost there.
Oh! Oh my god. He's there, and he is floating. I told you he was floating.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately.
Okay.
Don't stay behind.
Okay.
The rest will be up to how well we work together.
But remember what Mydei said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner. Today, destiny shall stand with us.
This is so good. Anaxa.
Finally.
Mim!
Pent in the memories of the dead. Executioner.
You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
This is so cool. Listen.
Feeling tired already?
So cool.
Countless threads, thus our fates become one.
You're going to laugh at my Aglaea. She's awful. But anyway.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Yeah. Oh god, okay.
I'll overcome the thorns.
Countless, thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a
ready, Prof.
Nice. Oh, I did it? That was it. No. Wow. What?
How embarrassing.
How?
He didn't come down from the sky.
He's a demigod.
This city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door? Minion of the Black Tide. I, King of the Kremnos Legion, will be your opponent today.
Long time no see, Mikador.
I can't believe what I'm watching. This was epicness. Then burn my dynasty and offer these ashes to strife. Wow. Holy.
Harmony and unity.
Let's summon our Bonnie.
Up your body and mine.
I'll overcome the thorns.
I didn't think about it before.
This mortal will watch over you, guide you on your path.
time for resolution.
Such petty tricks.
Damn. He's so incredibly cool. He's so cool. He's so gorgeous. He's everything.
So fragile, like a whisper.
It's time to end
I
this.
pressed this for no reason, but... Oh my. They know his weak spot. They knew his weak spot.
Heroic souls of strife, heed my call.
It's Phainon.
The Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs.
Somehow.
Witness this. A new god has come to Castro Kremnos. Look! The warriors have returned!
Okay. Medimos. Okay. They literally killed it with Medimos as a character. With all his story so far. And this cutscene was like the cherry on top. Amazing. I still believe the hooded person is somehow Phainon from another era, from another... I don't know how. I really believe it's Phainon because he knew the weak spot of Mydei and something is going on. I don't know how though. There has to be... my brain is melting. I don't know. He knew the spot. He tried to pierce him at the specific spot. It wasn't because he was back turned. It was going directly there. They showed it to us. I'm telling you, it's Phainon. Some Phainon. Somehow. It's another Phainon. How would that work though? How? Phainon knew him from the past. He killed Cyrene, Kirini. That was peak. That was incredible. Incredible. The red sand picking it up, the Midimos. Oh my god, it gave me literal chills again. I mean, I always get chills easily, but come on. It's not that easy. Amazing.
Are the rumors true? Has Orynyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They don't care about the people's safety.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
And which Kremnoan?
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Orynyx is gone. Orynyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
And they really treat Aglaea very badly. And the more I see of Aglaea, the more I like her, to be honest with you. I feel like she's doing a very hard job. Like, she can't please everyone, but she's really trying her best, and she's working her butt off. And imagine the stress she must have to be able to not allow anyone to get hurt, not allow the Okhema to be like corrupted. The constant worry, the constant planning, and seeing the enemy's movements so she can know what to plan next. And of course the flame chasers, which she also cares for, and she doesn't want to see them hurt. Did you see what she said to Phainon? Why didn't you come to me first? Because she really wants to help them.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first?
Yeah, you can stay away for now, Anaxa. It's okay.
Matters that require Aglaea's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her. Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
It's not the right moment for trouble. That professor's kinda eccentric. He and Aglaea don't get along, huh?
They have differences in ideology. Alright, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
He's going to find his master. Is he going to talk to the Kremnoans?
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trianne bring news?
Yes. She has found Trianne. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple.
She's gone.
That's where the good news ends.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trianne. He was no better than a corpse when Trianne and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trianne's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
Oh, that's so terrible!
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Don't tell me it's the master. It's either someone from Kremnos or it's the It's the master of Midimos.
Yes. It's Krateros.
No matter what I said about him in the previous story, the previous part, I mean, people are multi-layered, okay? They can be both things. They don't have to be one or the other. They can have multiple layers. I was not agreeing with the things he was saying, not completely. But damn. Not long ago.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity. And crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphorius!
Fudge him! I hate it when they make me dislike characters and then they do something with those characters that make me care for them and feel sad for them. I hate it. I hate it because I feel like a hypocrite when I was trash talking him yesterday. But at the same time, as I said, people are multi-layered. He had learned differently from us. From the newer people, okay, whatever. Well, to be honest, no, because even the Kremnos people, Kremnoians from now, even now, they still carry those ideologies of the past. So it's not like much has changed. That's why Midimos has to try really hard now to make a change. And he has to find the right way of making this change. Because it's going to be a hard transition to do that. But even if you have those ideologies of the past, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person, someone full of hatred, someone who doesn't care for people, someone who's unwilling to do the good thing, like any of that stuff. It's just that it's a different mindset. It's a whole different mindset. That's why they say your parents, your grandparents, they're not going to, their minds, their brains are not going to work the same way as yours. Because you were born in a different time period with different things, and they were born with different things themselves. They went through different hardships than we did. And it's hard to be understanding with that because it pisses us off many times when we see people that struggle to understand us and they try to make their own way of thinking and forced on us, like this is the right thing. It's hard for us to accept it, and we don't have to accept it, but at the same time, it's not necessarily they don't want to listen to us. It's just that some people, they just can't comprehend some things, or our way of thinking, they just can't, as we also struggle to comprehend theirs. So I feel like it's such a hard thing to find a common ground with people that are thinking very, very differently from us. And even if he said all those things to Mydei and he hurt him so bad, telling him your mother died for you, what are you doing as the king? You should be the king. What are you doing with us? I should take action now. I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna take up the trial of Nicador because you're not making a choice. Our people are waiting. And what he did at the end, after he lost at the trial, he told me, Demos, I'll give you one chance. But, you know, he said to him that he wanted to believe in Mydei. He wanted to push Mydei in his own way, with his own way of thinking. I'm not saying the things he said were correct, though. Many of the things he said were really unnecessary and hurtful. But that's how his brain worked. That's how he thought he was doing the thing that needed to be done. To push Mydei, to help him, push him towards a direction. Because the more you procrastinate, the worse things get. And eventually we all have to make choices in our life. And we all have to be adults, and we all have to make sacrifices. We can't have everything. We have to decide what we need to do. So I feel like it's funny because yesterday, up until today, to a certain point today, before I play on stream and play the story, I was having the attitude I had yesterday with the story, that oh my god, how can he treat Mydei like that? Mydei, it's so hard to make a choice. Like, you can't pressure him like that. You can't talk to him like that. But then today, right before the stream, I also had a very enlightening conversation about life and about choices. And I feel like I got both perspectives. From one day to another, I saw the whole thing. I was struggling personally. I saw it in the game, which is amazing. I don't know how this happened to happen today. How this came to be the day I was actually having this conversation. I was seeing the other side. I actually saw the other side again with this sacrifice of Krateros. It's amazing how everything is depicted in a way that it shows how humanity is. In this game, they take literal life lessons to see the differences between people and to find that both, there's no good or bad. At the same time, people can do both. They can make bad choices, they can make good choices. It doesn't mean that they're one thing or the other. Amazing. I'm still shocked. I'm shooketh. Anyway, I'm sorry for this tiny break, but I had to say all these things. Very important. I'm astonished. Yeah, show me a funeral now.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000
gone?
years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
What happened to her? She turned into a doll? That's trippy though.
But Lady Aglaea, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trianne lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trianne has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
If a world like that truly exists...
Don't say it, it's gonna be foreshadowing. If you say you wanna see it too.
Does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
I was so scared she was gonna say something silly.
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Krateros heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies.
I wonder if there's some kind of plot twist with Kefili. that golden, shining, bright light and everything, what if somehow there is a connection with both this side and the Black Tide and Stellaron? Because we know there has to be some connection, you know? Every planet so far had a connection with Stellaron. So what is the connection with Stellaron here? I can't picture it right now. I'm trying really hard to try to see something that's gonna be like but I can't. She liked what she heard.
What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last.
So, is he gonna have a last word with Midimos?
I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Okhema for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
I didn't understand this. So is he still... He's okay? This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Krateros, he was no better than a corpse. They saved him? How? Are they that powerful? Oh god, the elevator.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils.
Oh gosh, that sounded so dramatic. But that's Aglaea.
Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us. You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph.
Core flame of time, we got it. The fallen soul of Phoenix, the time titan, the core flame urgently awaits to return to its place, and its demigod will assume the authority of the vacant station after completing the trial.
Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
Who is going to take this trial, though? Anaxagoras has a core flame. The baby Tribi has a core flame. Aglaea has a core flame. Midimos has a core flame. Iakini, Hyacinth, or Phainon, they don't. And we know there's at least Cypher, who we haven't met. I'm probably forgetting more, but there was the two girls in the trailer that we don't know. And some guy that was wearing something like a mask from the trailer, the first revelation, I mean, we got from them. The first tease. We'll see.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikedor's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
And Mem. Can we talk about Mem? It's Mem's power that helped us as well. Or tried to. This is what trailblazing is. Where nameless goes, travel follows. We've melted the real glacier before. Can we talk about Belobog? This is what trailblazing is.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history. I do not see a Naxa around.
Yup.
Was this under your instructions, Phainon?
look at Phainon's face. So cute.
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx.
She really has it out for Anaxagora. I have to see them interact. I really, really do.
The Krateros heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end.
That's true. They had said they weren't taking the core flame because they were not hostile towards humans. So now what?
But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Krateros heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Question. What if Phainon bears the core flame of Orynyx, which is the Time Titan, and thus the hooded guy is Phainon from the future? What if all this situation has a bad ending and Phainon is going in the past to make people pay for some reason? And what if Phainon went all the way back and he why would he kill Cyrene though? Kidding me? I don't get it, no. So many flaws in my logic. I'm so confused. And then there's March 7th. How does March 7th come into this? This is extremely interesting. I don't know about you, but I'm thrilled. I have so many theories in my head, it's gonna pop. But they're all faulty theories because I can't find the connections.
Phainon, Castoris, Mydei, and Hyacinth.
Oh, Castoris?
Trebi and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few
I
people.
forgot about Castoris. I mean, she's not gonna take the core flame. I just forgot about her.
Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Krateros heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power. Yet, we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah.
Mem, where's Mem? Where was Mem? I summoned the summon. Remembrance.
How about letting him give it a try?
Oh gosh, the full sentences now. I've been waiting for someone to say that, friend. Literally waiting. The owner isn't liable for their pet's words. So you're okay with sentencing me to the gallows? I'll say the first one. Because I literally just said it.
Mem special, mem.
Mem special, mem. The one projected me into this world and granted me this body. Isn't Orynyx just a little titan, even more capricious than a child? Oh, Midimos. Okay. Memorial Palace. Oh, okay. Okay, he is alive, but let's see.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
Are you proud of me, Demos, now? Come on.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it.
So powerful. Please, no more blazing.
I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Divinity and kingship. That's true.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos.
I'm so proud of him.
And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
About that.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What? What do you mean by that?
That's not how things are going to work anymore, Grandpa.
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikedor's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest.
Setting themselves up to die, setting themselves up to be used as warriors, and that's all. Like, what about their desires and their lives? Why do they have to learn those made-up desires that they were taught to learn from the beginning, to be put in their heads like, this is what you need to do, this is what you're meant to be? This is so wrong, taking away from people the way to make their heads work on their own, to find out what they want on their own, instead of being put up to that.
Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon like ants.
Nothing to say.
The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, mere anthills that can be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years?
Nope.
With mere words?
No mere words.
That pride holds little significance, Krateros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
Oh!
No!
I'm sorry. That's why you survived. Because that's what you get now.
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
It's an order. I'm sorry. You wanted a king so bad. Listen to that now.
Do not do this, Mydei. I beg you.
Oh.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mydei, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, hereby proclaim Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
Wow.
You have killed us.
He has killed you to give you new life. You're being reborn right now.
You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
Krateros may never see it, but others will.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship, and I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mydei, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, You shall tread the only path out.
Brand new world.
One that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because he cares for you, and you have to also witness this new beginning, and you have to start by making a change yourself. And this is a way of pushing you towards this, but I don't think he's gonna say it.
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it. But humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
He's giving him the recognition of what he did, that he is indeed someone who he trusts and who thinks he is worthy of this. What will you say to that? You have to listen. Try to see how this works out. Believe in him. Didn't you see what he just did?
I failed to save that child.
Oh.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
Yes.
The one who persuaded Aglaea to set me free that night. Was that you, Mydei?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her.
Wow.
And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the flame chase journey.
Oh.
And what is next, Mydei?
Perfect. This is perfect writing. This is really good writing. Mydei is the character that... Boom. Okay, let me be shallow. When I saw Mydei in the revelations and everything, oh my god, what a man. Look at him. He's so big. He's so beautiful. Wow. And then the writing came. Oh, someone who seems a bit serious, angry, okay, he likes to battle, okay, we've seen the stereotype in every game, okay. And then this comes. And I'm like, hello, cooking? That was amazing. All this so far with Mydei, I think they made this character so incredibly well written that you cannot not love him. You cannot not love him. This development of his, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to find words in English to describe how I feel. And all I want to say is just I love him. I literally just love him. That's all. I love him.
Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong, to fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikedor and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against it.
10 out of 10. This whole sequence, 10 out of 10.
There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
Let's go. Bid farewell to Aglaea.
You're here, Mydei. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Okhema through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan.
Exactly.
In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore,
it doesn't matter that Aglaea has plans for everyone, that she wants things to go in a certain way. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean it necessarily is going to go that way. And she does acknowledge if someone is indeed helping her and is following that plan. She's trying really hard. I think she's... the way she's written, I feel it's very easily to misunderstand it. And it's also... she does have a side that's very brutal, very like direct, or not direct in that way, because she does pull those strings around to just make things happen, you know. But I feel like Aglaea is a character that the more the story progresses, the more people are going to recognize her and understand what value she holds in this flame chase journey. She's the pinnacle, and we'll see that, I'm sure of it. And I'm so ready to see her doing big sacrifices.
You are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
You're gorgeous. No.
It's the magnetic allure in your presence.
Oh!
It draws people
Kinda.
to gather around you willingly.
Kinda
to
what I
seek
said.
your guidance. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
So here, you become king now.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Mydei, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the flame chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Mydei, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
The final bath. They're all going to be... the color, the golden, that's so used so often. It's interesting that the Stellaron is that kind of color too. And I know here we have the Kephali power, as I said earlier, which is the same color. But... somehow, by the end of this, March 7th is going to play a big part. And somehow, Cyrene Kirini is also going to play a big part. And somehow, the Trailblazer and Stellaron are going to come into play. Now, how all this is going to unfold is a big question mark. Because they're really cooking with how everything is going slowly. Not slow in that department, but cryptic. But it's so good. I really hope they don't disappoint with the outcomes.
What's the reason for the laughter?
He heard me.
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
Oh my god, look at his face! I haven't seen that before from him. The cutest. I say that for everyone who I find cute, but the cutest. Okay.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers.
Fair.
So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, Mydei?
That was for her ending though, right? If he also has a similar one, it has to do with that, with a golden light or whatever.
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
I laughed too much, didn't I? The game is like, oh yeah, I'll keep laughing, idiot. We go back to Achilles and his Achilles heel. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey in the first place.
I'm betting Cyrene is going to become either Cyrene or Phainon. If Cyrene, of course, somehow returns. Because in the trailers, you know, it wasn't the trailer, the 1,000 Faces. You see her come out like this, somehow. The Trailblazer, Phainon or Cyrene are going to somehow wield the power of Onyx. And my theory is that everyone is dying and is gonna be brought back. No spoilers, but that's my theory. Because, I don't know, I'm being inhaling copium and hopium to the max. Because these prophecies are gonna come real. There's no way these are just for show.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate. And may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, Mydei.
Okay, let's go to Tribi, Castoris, and the Grand... Oh, and Cartonis.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mydei!
Hyacinth.
There she is, too.
So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
She is powerful.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Trebi, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's hard to do. Sometimes you can't always just skip everything and focus on tomorrow, but you should give yourself some time to grieve and, you know, feel those feelings you're trying hard to just push aside.
That's a valid point.
Thank you.
You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Aquila. Oh, it's going to be her, of course.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Aquila. I should say it correctly. Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mydei. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready. Right. You are here looking for Lady Trebi and Lady Trianne, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaea. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Okhema.
Right.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mydei. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
There's no way they're gonna keep him there for the next... Jesus, my phone almost threw itself.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines.
There you go.
With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Okhema.
Lord Mydei.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Castoris.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't think so.
I don't feel them at all, regrettably. You You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
Oh.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia.
Nice connection.
They underestimated the significance of death.
Nice comparison, I should say.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Casterus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
Work harder? You're slacking off.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
This is so depressing, though. About the other side, about the destined location they're all going to go. Cartoonus.
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
I'm no longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title.
Exactly.
Surpassed all former kings your
Look at him.
achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phainon, Cartoonus.
He's thinking of Phainon.
I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
Probably.
Keep Phainon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos, we wait to hear.
So cool. What a wonderful character. The cartoonist. Says all the right things. Hello, you two. Midimos.
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers.
Midimos.
I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius.
Do you think something is going to happen and he's not going to go there, or something is going to happen, right? Reflecting on the past and moving forward to the future, a challenge I face as well. Though we never had a chance for a deep conversation, after all we experienced together, you are also an ally of the Trailblaze Mighty.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
Ah, you don't want to guess. Wait, I guess he will say something inspiring, something sentimental, something nonsensical. I want to say something sentimental.
Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech?
Stay safe out there. A lone boy can get into a lot of trouble. What the hell? What is that what? Yeah, I would side too. Just smile if you don't know how to respond. The Trailblazer is a joke at this point.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius. With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the flame chase journey in my absence?
That watch my back now has different meaning as well. Just saying. Rest assured, we'll do everything we can.
You have my gratitude. Then, farewell.
Hold on.
Yes?
I love you. Oh, let's at least snap a photo together to capture this moment, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
Look how sad she looks with a photo like that. It's like a puppy begging to take a picture with him. And Dan Heng is so down with us. He's like, oh my god. This guy. Kinda. And I'm not gonna put a filter. I'm just gonna save it. Looks pretty good. What do you think, Mydei?
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
I never fail to impress. I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets behind.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
And we go to Phainon. I was like, it has to be like the last thing to do. Phainon and Okhema have a special bond.
The prince is here!
Are these the children from the other time? Andriskos? I don't remember that.
Hold on!
Marcia.
Lord Mydei isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphorius.
Oh.
What's going on?
What's happening? Bid farewell to Okhema.
We salute the guardian of Amphorius.
They all gathered. Phainon is there. I see him at the very end on the right side. Marcius, Dimitri, and Andriskos. I think it's the same children. I remember the Dimitri. Oh. Imagine if something huge happened here that everyone is gathered. It's scaring me.
Farewell, savior of Kremnos.
Oh, the feels.
We salute you.
It's been a while, Guardian.
Guardian.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose.
Not enough privacy for them to say goodbye, I guess, but...
We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
Oh my god, don't say that.
I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
Of course.
You're now the guardian of Amphorius, after all.
Have a safe journey.
I'm gonna get messed up emotionally. Oh, baby.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name.
For us, guardian.
How about the god of solidarity or preservation?
Preservation? Excuse me?
I recommend that you steer clear from any situation that calls for naming things.
All right. It's about time for us to part ways.
Now hug.
Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance.
Not the rainbow in
Why
the
so
back.
quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiments.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaea at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
I cannot with the rainbows in the back. That scene with the spa, the baths, and the voice lines, and then this with the rainbows in the back. It's like, I'm not one to ship characters, not often at least, you know, not very often. It's actually rarely I do. Unless of course there are big hints in the story. But what the hell?
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Mydei.
No need to thank me.
2 rainbows on both sides.
This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
This is a sad moment though. He's saying goodbye for the last time, according to his saying. Even though I don't believe it. That's the thing, I don't believe this is a final goodbye. That's why I'm so...
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots.
I think this could be a tease. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks. What if the hooded person is Phainon from the future and he's still stuck in the past and he's trying to do something.
Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out. And no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know.
Oh, that's so important. Oh, it feels very prophetic. What's the word? When something is like... These words mean a lot right now. It's like what's the word? Foreshadowing. Oh my god, I remember. Very foreshadowing. Because the Kebit in Honkai Impact 3rd, spoilers for Honkai Impact 3rd, he went to the future from a... Not in that way. He preserved himself in a chamber to be awakened in the future in a different era. Many years after. And he was filled with revenge and hatred, with a plan to take down the Hursars, who... I wouldn't say they're equivalent to the Flame Chasers, but... That's why my head is making all those connections. I still don't know the full plan of Kevin in Honkai Impact 3rd, by the way. I haven't finished. I'm at chapter 32. I still haven't started chapter 32.
Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Okhema. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremlin language is really missing that many words.
So you can talk to him next time like that, right?
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary. But if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library.
Oh, they're melting me.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily.
Damn.
May triumph always be yours, Mydei.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Oh my god, the building.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well... who knows?
Till the very end. Who knows?
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
I love these scenes with the past of Mydei.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Mydei?
Why must we learn to fight?
Why does life slumber?
It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremnoans, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth. And the battlefield is our destined end.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Mydei. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. Perhaps the spirit of Kremnos had once existed. But as greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside.
How much I like her voice. So much. I hope you hear more of her voice.
I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role. That of your mother, Mydei. Your guardian.
That dream always ends there.
Of course.
The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than
That's
expected.
what he would like to hear, right? That's what he would wish he had heard from his mother. That's how she felt. It's not unlikely.
Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea.
Yeah.
My mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face.
Isn't there anything left from the past, like a painting or something?
Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer. But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
We're actually doing it.
It is time for this journey to reach its end.
We're actually doing it. Whoa, whoa.
Look! Mydei is back!
Perdicas.
Glory belongs to you!
We've got fresh pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
Hi, Phainon.
We meet again, Your Highness.
Welcome
Whispers.
How was your training?
Hello?
Hey, come and check out what I just wrote.
Oh, it's his friends.
just come back from
All of
training?
them, I mean.
May Nikador
There it
defend
is.
you.
It's
I'm gonna
been a
beat you
while.
at the festival.
Welcome home, Mydei.
This is
Have
so
you found
epic.
something?
No! I didn't see what she said. Wow.
The son of Forgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Forgo will be crowned in blood!
Oh my god, the music! Oh, it's that pose, isn't it? That gave me... yeah. It's that pose that gave me feelings.
Mother, I am home.
Year 4931 of the light calendar, month of balance. Nikador, the Stark Titan of security, fell. Mydei, king of Kremnos, triumphed over the trial, and the new god was born. On the following day, the Kremnoan destiny, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. The music! Don't stop, I wanna hear it! Can we find this music after? Can you tell me which theme it is?
I smell sunlight and the wind of Okhema.
Come on, don't take me there.
This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trianne?
Oh.
Lady Trianne, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey,
Listen.
Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world. It's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Treeby.
This is all affecting Phainon. I feel like everything we're going to experience is going to affect Phainon in a way that it's easy for him to, from going to that path, he's gonna do a detour like elsewhere. I feel he's very susceptible.
Are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
That's how I feel from Phainon.
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
That's the vibes.
Mydei has left the city to face his own fate. That is the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
The music is so
Teacher,
good.
are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone.
What are we going to find out?
Let's go to the abyss of fate and see how it used to be.
Ma'am, time to work.
Then we will leave it to you. Trianne, would you mind?
Tribi, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trianne for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be off then.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Oof. Oh gosh, Castorikis must be feeling so... What's the right word? When it's like you feel something but at the same time you feel like what you must be feeling isn't right to feel that way.
Cass, are you not going with them?
The theme of death with her is just hurting her.
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trianne. She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally.
I forgot.
Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So you saw
Oh
us
crap, I
arguing
forgot
that
about
day?
the gem. Oh god.
Yes. I figured Lady Trianne would like it a lot, so I bought it.
I see. Cass, you know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Janusopolis.
Then why?
It's just that Trianne had forgotten far more things than I. For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't
Lady
a good
Tribi.
memory, huh?
Should I?
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left home. But now... it might just be the perfect gift for Trianne.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
Phainon is next, right?
While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity.
Does that mean for...
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
I thought this fate was for Tribios, for Tribi, Trianne, and Trinan, that she would lose everyone and she would be the last one to remain, or one of them. So, is that Tribi's prophecy? Or is this for the miracle they're talking about at the end? Does it mean for more people? How does it work? Let's see.
This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
I have to look that up.
So,
Not online, but
this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
I have to pay attention to that to understand, unless they didn't give us enough information yet and you're supposed to feel that way. So... Oh, we already used the power.
At this point, Janusopolis still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facade.
Is it because Amphorius has entered Era Bellica?
Yes, strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now, but in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Then, where are you
this
at this
music
time?
again, from where you met Onyx. That music was... Oh gosh, the feels.
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. Come, everyone. It's time to witness our last conversation with Onyx.
You're here, Onyx.
Oh, the voice. It's the one from the trailer, isn't it? Who played Tribius with the grown-up version. Your voice now sounds so mature.
This is our memory, so your senses are also aligned with the Tribios of that moment.
You still consume yourself for that false prophecy.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
Even if Kefali has fallen, they would never guide humans to kill their own comrades. Stop while you still can, Tribios. Spreading the prophecy will only kindle disaster. That disaster will tear you into 1,000 pieces.
But the Black Tide has already arrived, and Janus remains in slumber. If even the God of Passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incoming destruction?
Do not get involved with the core flames. If you do that, you can still remain chosen by fate.
Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes?
This might be our last conversation, Onyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
The family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Janus's guidance. But things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
And why was...
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefali's response was simply a coincidence. On that frosty night with treachery abound, as the holy maiden of Janusopolis met her demise, the world-bearing titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... she should be the one to tell it.
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of Talantin.
The Lord
But
Titan.
that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This place used to be passable.
Where is this going? What are they going to say to us? How... I'm very curious. Because I feel like this is going to reveal something...
Solving a puzzle is like making incense. The smallest of differences
This-
can cause the largest changes.
This is going to reveal something I feel
I
unexpected
never
or
thought
very
there would be
crucial.
Such a hidden space in the abyss.
This is the art.
Ah!
Is this
What?
Giannis's maze that Trianne used for divination in the past?
Not only that, it also serves as a lock. Our childhood abode lies sealed within.
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock. Should have expected something like this in the homeland of puzzles, I suppose. So,
I'll
how are we
solve it.
going to solve it?
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mydei might be able to complete it in a single try.
Even Mydei. How could you talk smack about Mydei behind his back? I agree, it's straightforward, but Mydei might need at least 2 shots at it. Hey, how could you talk about him like that? But they're friends. Come on, he's obviously joking. I'll play along with the joke.
You still don't know him well enough then. He might not even need a first try. He just punched the door open.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mydei. If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours to solve our issues.
He's already missing him.
Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
Okay. Press and hold to activate the rewinding power and rotate the maze. And during the rewind, let go of the button and the maze will spin in reverse direction. Combine gravity. Okay, I got it. I got it, but it's making me dizzy. Oh, this is bad for my head. Okay. Thank God it was done.
Impressive. You too have the makings of a high priest now.
Hello, one of the exits has been locked and the confusion rumbles becoming a new path. Let the stone ball fall into the pool once more to open the hidden door. I have to do it again!
Getting that stone ball to the end point looks pretty tough.
Please
My
don't
hands are
have many of
shaking just from
those.
Looking at it.
Some special wall patterns will move in a certain pattern. Use the right timing to take advantage of the trails to move the stone orb. Hurry, hurry! Oh, crap. Yeah. Hurry, hurry! No, okay. Wait, no, I did it wrong. Is it gonna break the ball? No. Ah, I'm failing! Wait, I'm getting dizzy! Freaking hell. Wait, I have to push it here, And now, yeah, okay. Now push it here. Oh my god, this minigame sucks. I mean, it's fun, but it's making me really dizzy. The turning. If it wasn't making me dizzy, it would be very fun.
The door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
You grew up in a place like this.
Isn't this where she had the nightmare? I mean, where the nightmare was.
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to a mere title. Those in tune with the Titan's guidance are bound to become messengers for others. To maintain appearances, those in authority added some embellishments. And with Mother around, our childhood wasn't entirely without joy.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
Trianne, for most people, 20 years is a long period of time.
It can still go fast. Let me tell you that.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives through time.
Can I become one?
It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, little Grey. This place looks exactly as before.
I don't think it's my power exactly. My power,
Let's explore the room a bit.
Oh, there's this, but I guess it's not for now. I want to click at this.
There's a blackboard here. What's that drawing on?
Oh god, it's the rocket from her ultimate, isn't it?
That doesn't ring a bell. It should be something we invented during those 10 years.
Those 10 years? Invented on your own? Those 10 years?
It has been approximately 10 years between Kefali's prophecy and this moment when we are about to set out. We were raised in this temple complex and had never stepped outside the gate of infinity. To understand the outside world, we spent much of our time acquiring knowledge and developing a few inventions along the way. Sadly, the inventions served no purpose except to deliver letters, and the knowledge we gained has all faded away by now.
Yeah, but where is this going?
The shelf is packed full, but all I see are annals of geography for various cities. There are also documents about various kinds of Titan worship.
I'm guessing before they set out, they had a lot of things around, like for knowledge to be like, you know, Nahida, the all knowing and wise. Not only look like Nahida, but actually be knowledgeable like her.
Because we believed that we would need to travel great distances to convey Kefali's prophecy to everyone.
I can see some
and
similarities for sure.
The terrains and customs of various places beforehand.
Don't tell me you actually read them all.
Back then, our memories were still sharp. 10 years was enough for us to memorize all
10
these.
years? Huh. That's nothing for me. I won't remember even in 20, well, make it harder for me. Anyway, never mind. Just thinking out loud.
Mother left us these scrolls too. When we were young, she would read them to us as bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories.
Her stories were so engaging that we could vividly imagine all of Amphorius in our dreams.
I mean, it could be cool stories to hear as a child, right? Because it gives you like a very creative mind to think of all these stuff and the Titans.
Unfortunately, only after Mother was gone did we realize that what was written in the scrolls was far from engaging.
It was having the mother around. No. I don't see anything else I can click, right? I want to press that. Mama, look at this. It kept going wrong, but I finally made one that works. That's the mother? Is this a music box? Tribios, you're so talented. Now whenever I'm telling you a story, we can have beautiful music playing in the background. I'm still not as talented as you, Mommy. We can take a whole block of red stone and slowly carve it into a crystal clear work of art. Next time I want to make a pair of gloves. That way you won't hurt your hands next time you're polishing rocks, Mommy. Silly child. If I was scared of hurting my hands, why would I not just ask the old folks at the temple for a pair of gloves? Honestly, you mustn't fuss over me. Just make sure you eat plenty, practice your reading, and read lots of stories of Amphorius. Nothing makes Mommy happier than see you grow and thrive. I have eaten plenty and I've practiced my reading lots, but the stories, there are still lots that I can't read yet. Ah, so that's what you're up to. You were making this music box to slack off so Mommy would read you more stories, right? You sneaky thing. Looks like I won't be reading any more stories of Zagreus for a while. She was learning from Zagreus? Oh. Well then, what stories should we read today? The Golden Apple Beauty Contest. The story of King Mikas, Gorgo and the Lion. You've heard them all lots of times, haven't you? The Golden Apple Beauty Contest, isn't that the one where they gave the apple to... Who was it? Was it Aphrodite or was it... Let me check. I'm sorry. The most beautiful woman, Helen of Sparta, who was already married to King Menelaus, yes. And Bias chose Aphrodite. Yes, of course, the Trojan War. Anyway, excuse my memory. I don't mind. I'll never get sick of them as long as you're reading them to me, Mommy. Who is that? I can talk to them. Or her. Oh. Okay. Or this one. Let's click.
There are so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
What is that doing here?
A red glass fragment?
Oh, it's the one... Oh, yeah, of course. It's the one from the past. But why is it here now? Because they said... We're nowhere in the past, but they said... Tribi said it was a bad memory. It looks like a specialty from your hometown.
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. She simply placed it on the table.
So this is a predetermined, like, it's determining something that's gonna happen, like an event, like a ritual or something.
It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry. She simply held us quietly for a long time. It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Janusopolis. If someone gloriously died for destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it. Then give it to the deceased's family.
Who died?
On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Since he had no family left, Mother had to keep it herself.
Sad.
Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass. Let's move on to the bedroom.
It's Tribios.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, it's a secret ritual, and only I can preside over it. If you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of,
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aglaea opens their eyes. Can you do that for me, sweetie?
That's it? Of course I can! Trivios is the most amazing holy maiden of Yanis!
Little holy maiden.
Well, little holy maiden.
Precious.
But why, Mama?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that. But if I still haven't returned for a very long time, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave and kind, we'll meet again in that new world. It's the end of the West Wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods.
They keep saying that at the end of the West Wind. I mean, I know it's supposed to be the same, but still, the end of the West Wind. Radiant sea of flowers.
In the rosy horizon, you'll see a silver-white shoal. It marks the end of your voyage. The haven, free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. That is where I'll be, waiting for you.
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the
Why are
stars
they
into
showing
sails
us
to
this?
go find Mama.
I mean, I know why, but why are they doing this? It's really painful. Poor baby. What a life it had. The whole fate and the whole pain and constant loss.
As long as you sail toward tomorrow, as long as the sun will rise for the next day, our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis, then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
They're running.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aglaea opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
Where did she go?
Huh? Just look for Tribios. Where did Tribios go?
This way. Now, we'll go through this shelf.
But how? With Yanis's power?
No, there's a secret button here. Can the passages even go through walls?
No, we hadn't acquired their power back then.
So this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
It's like those bookcases. You pull something and it opens, right? Here, I'll pull this. There you go, I pushed it.
It's a secret passage.
Literally, though.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, It is turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
Follow Tribius forward. Oh my god, where am I? Let me out. Another maze, isn't it? I know it is. Start of all roads.
The path to the temple was...
It is another maze.
Quite a state. Did someone do it on purpose?
No surprise.
More gems
at
though,
all.
remember. All these are
Some people caught on to
exploration.
what we were planning and tried to intercept us. While others were willing to clear the way for the Holy Maiden.
Of course. Separate sides.
I can't move it. I can't climb over it either.
I'll help you.
Time Titan? Is that you?
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
It did.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Why? Are you gonna show me what happened now?
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Please keep it down. We had to be really sneaky to get in here.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple.
Uh-huh.
And I want to meet her.
Oh, come on, you make me blush.
I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you.
So cute.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes.
Oh, what happened?
Stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
In hell. They really want to make you feel things badly.
Ah, Lady Maiden.
Oh god, I run so fast. Oh, another conversation.
Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
It's okay.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left. It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother.
So many people cared for her and loved her.
Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too.
Is that the voice of the mother of Midimos too, but doing, of course, a different voice? I want to hear again.
What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I think it could be.
Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out.
I think it is.
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
Wait for me. Who else we're going to meet now? Someone here? Oh, the guards. Okay. Is that... No.
Apologies,
it's
Lady
not.
Maiden, but the Janus vault is under maintenance today.
I was gonna say something silly, I guess.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Janus guide your path.
The Janus vault?
It's where Janus's heart lies, and the core flame is kept. Just enter on the left. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Come, little baby. Even though at this, you're not supposed to be a baby at this moment.
Trebios.
3 lives.
What does that name actually mean?
3 lives.
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
3. Tria is the number 3. In Greek, I mean, it's tria. And Vios is life. So 3 lives. 3 Vios. The core flame of Janus is housed here. Though countless believers call for them, humanity's voices echo unanswered, silent and unmoving, awaiting their destined hour.
At long last.
Trebios, you've come.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Janus. Just as I thought, you too have been confined.
Step forth, and thou shalt bury yourself. Bury the gods and bury the fate that binds us all.
No, Janus. I've come here to take on your fate.
Oh, it's a cutscene.
By
Baby
the blood
cutscene.
of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand.
She was
I,
building a blade?
Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the holy maiden of Janusopolis, the walker of the infinite paths, have come forth to assume your duty.
Hehe, Venti?
Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one.
I'll fall from my chair.
With 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
I should read this loud, right? There's no voice. Thou, though bearest the core flame, thou shalt be far from the glory of divinity. Passages are forever associated with dirt, and even a mere mortar's blade can imperil thy very existence.
No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all.
Yet the flame chase is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. Time decays the heart, the passages shatter the body, and the scales weigh the separation until the end draws near. The one who bears 3 lives, art thou truly prepared?
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
What a character. What a person. Thus it shall be. Overthrow the gods. Return core flames. Ah! What the hell is all this again? Inherit divine authority. Forge godly miracles. This feels very ominous. Like Stellaron level. Go kill, go mourn. Kill my kin, mourn our fate. Ferry the spirits of the gods. Nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember. Yet thou must remember. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. One shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. Era Nova, we should remember this, the miracle. Such is destiny. So creepy.
I understand, Janus.
So beautiful, my god. And such a person, such a good person. Such a heart. What a sad story.
Thank you. Now, may you rest well.
She's a gorgeous design. Like she's so gorgeous. Look at her. Wow.
Mother, did you see that? I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the west wind.
Where flowers bloom.
Where flowers bloom in spring.
Oh gosh.
Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once.
The strict holy city guard.
I knew this would come.
It's opening up. Move aside and get ready.
Where can I go? I can hide here if they pass through and then start running. Jesus Christ.
Incense ascends.
I'm smelling it, it's happening. There is a fight happening. Oh god, I forgot that she's happening
here?
Boss.
Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame?
It's me.
Look at what she's holding, you buffoon. She is the thief. Take your positions and bring your arms. We're taking back the core flame.
Bring it on.
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
The voice acting is again so good.
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Captain, what should we do?
That's smart.
Do it. Kill her. If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours.
Traitor's head.
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
So who helped Tribios back then? That's my question. Did she actually manage to beat them all on her own? Or did someone help her? Is that where everything is leading up to? So fragile.
How's that possible?
Could the Titan actually be on her side?
Get her! That woman is the traitor!
I should go.
Let's keep up.
Let's help. Oh.
The path is opening up for me.
Who are they chasing?
Oh, Yanis.
Are they chasing Tribios, really? Wait. Ah! Open, stupid door. Even in a flashback, they know it's trash. Wait.
The show begins.
Let the show begin. There you go. Welcome to my world.
The main path is likely well guarded. What do I do?
Running so
Just
fast.
as I thought. Inside.
Open up. Escape with Tribios.
There are guards here too. Don't alert them.
Oh gosh. No.
Creature of the holy city guards, but I'm already so close.
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through. But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now.
How she was able to do it in the past without your help?
Who has been aiding Tribios in her escape?
You. I've been curious about that too.
While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies.
It will be so funny if it's actually not what I'm saying, because, okay, what I'm saying seems really far-fetched, okay? It seems. But it will be, like, if it's something simple, like not a huge reveal that's gonna shatter our brains, it's gonna be so funny. That I was like always so sure it's you, Phainon. You did it.
If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Tribios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
Oh, what?
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone!
Okay. Kinda cooked.
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path.
All I can see is that treasure. That's all I can see right now.
No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Is she going to thank someone and shows us something?
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Keep walking.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
What a picture! Oh wow! Was it us helping her? Truly? From the future? Thanks to Oronix? Was it always meant to be that way? Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us.
She can sense us.
Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory.
I got bamboozled.
We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent.
I get it.
It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
This is so beautiful. I literally saved both pictures. Trebios, past and future. And the second one, past and future 2.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here,
I'm not gonna save this too.
You have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Trebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I. The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality. Surmount the myriad passages of Janus, and we will once again ride the west wind and let the wings carry us far away.
That west wind stuck in my head.
So, this is your answer?
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness, we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Janusopolis' holy maiden Trebios bore the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became a demigod of Janus, traversed the gate of infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread the divine prophecy after a century of arduous journey. Couldn't see it all. Light calendar, 3817 month of freedom. Humanity's flame chase journey officially begun.
Lady Trebi, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Trebi, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Does she feel lonely with all of you around?
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphorius.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow, and why Janusopolis' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers.
Life lessons for Castoris. Castoris is in a very difficult spot with how contradicting everything is about her, and Tribi is basically telling her very important things right now that she's really struggling to understand.
So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear.
Such important words in this game and other games, of course, from Hoyo, and games in general. I love when the writing is giving you things to think of and to really try to understand what they try to tell you, because this time I've been choosing to be more quiet because I really want to take all this in.
Because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal. That end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Trianne. See you tomorrow.
So sad. I'm guessing this is the last scene now, right? It felt like the conclusion, and this is the tease or something for the next part.
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Okhema.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
I will talk about everything.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time, and I could teach you more freely instead.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
This is his character development, how it is going to go, you know? He literally has a titan inside. A god, and he's a heretic. He's very disbelieving of prophecies and everything. He's trying to find meaning in everything, so... This is different.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you. There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we? Correct?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
What are they talking about? Where is this going?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back. But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
Do you want to use Mem? Is that it? He wants to use Mem's power?
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
Don't tell me he's going to abduct somehow Mem. Somehow. But how can you abduct Mem? This is all weird.
The girl who's walking with death. Is she fully prepared?
Oh, Castoris! He wants to use Castoris! Of course, the next patch is about those two, isn't it? Silly me.
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
What does he want to do?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okhema, I must ask you to slow your pace.
Did you hear any of this? Because please, if you heard, put him in his place.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child.
She heard them.
Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
Can't you see her?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
Good question.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
Oh. Oh. So without the Titan, he cannot exist? He was dead already? Okay, this is getting interesting. I'm back. Finally have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat, Vaan? It's unusual to see Mem isn't with you. Don't worry, they're inside the ball. No idea I can control. Let Mem rest. They had a tiring past few days. Since they're not here, let me ask you. Are you really sure you want to take on the trial of Orynyx's core flame on behalf of the Chrysos heirs? Absolutely. I don't see why not. Because it could be dangerous? Still on the fence, it was Mem's idea. I trust Mem, absolutely. We've ended up at this point after all. This is probably a fate that Trailblaze can't evade. You should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on the experiences of those before you, the trial is no walk in the park. But what concerns me even more is that you'll further bind yourself to Amphorius. If you truly assume that Titan's divinity, do you believe you'll be able to lay it down again? Forget it. We'll deal with that when the time comes. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. Thanks, bro. How sweet, but where were you earlier? I got held up by two people in guard uniforms and ended up missing Trianne's farewell ceremony. They said they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity. But I suspect we've been on the radar for a while, and they only made their move when you and I got separated. Their questions were quite specific, from how we arrived to Okhema to our relationship with its Chrysos heir. They even asked about what we did in the market. Luckily, those pawns aren't the brightest. I managed to browse off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit. Is this foreshadowing for the next version? Looks like dark undercurrents are roiling in Okhema. Their conduct is certainly irritating. But on second thought, Aglaea also initially kept her guard up with us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth. The only thing we know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysos heirs. In the worst case scenario, we could be caught up in the internal conflicts of the Holy City. To be continued? If only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide. But now, the weather is the only lovely thing left. Let's take some more pictures. Huh? What's going on? We're out of film! Something wrong, Don Hong? Ah. The memory card is full. Yeah, that I meant. I'm sorry. I bet March and the others are pretty worried too. Uh-huh. Definitely.
And so, this long day passed for Okhema. Some people arrived, and some left forever. Just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward.
What if Trippy knows something about March?
We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells. And yet, no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous.
What? What? We're gonna die? What?
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, The souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips.
Is that the Stellaron from inside of us? Just... What the hell?
And after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
What? How does that make sense? Really now? How does that make sense? I don't get it. The story was very well done. The pacing was great. The only part was the part where we have to go through some puzzles for trivias that I was questioning, like, where is this going? I was trying to understand, what do they want to show us through Trivia's past? Did they want to show us what she experienced? Did she have an ally that we don't know? I kept saying Phainon helped her. I kept being paranoid with Phainon and the guy with the robe. It was like a connection to me, like, this is him. I really think Oronix will have something to do with Phainon. I do still have this theory in my head, but it could be just BS, so don't really take it to heart. Other than those theories, though, the story was very well written. Midimos, let's start with Midimos. Midimos is a character that, as I said before, everyone was looking respectfully, but now after the story, I'm just like bowing down like this. What a guy, what a heart. With such a tragic past. Very harsh past. And then he's the sweetest. He's so sweet. So caring of the people. He's literally the definition of someone who should be in control of a place, like who should have power. He is the definition of someone who should have power, because he knows not to abuse it for the wrong reasons, and he does have good intentions in his heart. And he surely won't stay there. We will see him again. There's no way like he would just stay there forever or just die off screen. But as I said before, he told Phainon, I think this is the biggest giveaway that the guy, the hooded guy is Phainon from the future. Because the hooded guy went to kill Midimos and aimed for his back. It's literally a giveaway. How did the hooded guy know where to aim for Midimos? It wasn't because he was backturned. It showed us he was heading for there. He knew. And then they show us he told Phainon about it. Or was it before? I don't remember if it was before or after. I think it was after, right? Or was it before? It doesn't matter still, because it's not the same Phainon. The hooded guy and the Phainon here is not the same. I feel like Phainon will have to face himself from the future. Or our Phainon will become one with that Phainon. I don't know. But probably not. I'm so into this theory. Like, I'm out of my mind with this theory. But nevertheless, let's talk about the story again. I think it was very, very well done. Yesterday, like the previous part and this part, I think I loved every bit of it. And Tribi, the death of Trianne, I think it was kind of obvious, as I said, because of the dolls in the trailer, that both Trianne and Trinan were dolls, and Tribi was next to them. So I'm guessing only Tribi will survive up to a certain point, because it makes me feel that all the Flame Chasers will die eventually. And Tribios, the story with her mother, seeing her with her mother in the past, and the relationship she had with her mother, how she was looking up to her mother being the maiden, divine maiden. I think that's what she called her. Holy maiden. And how she was the little holy maiden. She wanted to be like, just like her mother. And then the separation. Telling her to sleep until she's back. She will be back, and if she doesn't return. How horrible must that be for a child? And there were so many people that loved her. Even though there were people who were opposing her, there were also people who loved her. And she had only good intentions in her heart. And she did something that was very ballsy, if I must say. She went and took the core flame and just split herself. But the words he said at the end with Kastoriki were very important. And as I said many times on my streams and other videos you might have seen or watched, life is hard. Life is very hard and harsh. It can be so harsh out of nowhere. It can be harsh for others, and you get to hear how harsh it is for others. Life is harsh. And there are many things we don't control and will happen. But at the end of the day, you can only live for tomorrow, like for the next day, to just keep living and moving ahead. You can't do anything else. And in this specific scenario, they have a prophecy, they have the destined land they're all trying to reach, while defeating the Black Tide and taking care of whoever they can protect. And the Flame Chasers are destined for that. They already know that their fates are predetermined, but they still keep on going. That's all they can do. And it feels very depressing, because I feel like every person we meet, every Flame Chaser we will grow to love and we care for, and we learn their stories, we're going to see them die. Even Nyakini, Hyacinth, and who's so sweet and so pure and so caring and strong, like all of them, it feels like all of them will not escape death. And I have to admit that it is kind of stressful to think that way. I don't want to see them get hurt like that, but Anaxagoras has an interesting story now with Cersei. I feel like we just found out something huge, that he's already dead, and without the Titan, he's probably not going to exist, right? So this is very interesting. I want to see what they do with his story, because Anaxagoras was like, you know, a very special character that have his own ideas about the Titans and the gods. He has his own way of dealing with things. So I'm thinking, is this going to be his story for the character development? Is he going to understand that the best thing to do is not completely neglect the higher powers, but also believe in yourself at the same time, and like a mixture of both? Is he going to feel like the importance of Cersei's, or is he going to try to overthrow Cersei's so he can take control of Cersei's? That's my question. Like, he can use Cersei's, I mean, to exist somehow, like, but he will be in control. That's what I'm talking about. And then Phainon, I feel, the reason I said the hooded man could be Phainon is because I feel like Phainon's story, Kevin in Honkai Back 3rd, if you have played or if you have any idea, he was a different person in the past, and he became a person who's headed towards a different direction. I still haven't finished the game, so I cannot tell you this was the outcome of the story. This is what Kevin did. Phainon was like that in the other game. But I can tell you that I feel like it's easy for Phainon to go to a different path the more he witnesses loss. If every Flame Chaser indeed keeps dying, and we keep losing everyone, eventually, if Phainon is one of the last surviving ones, he's going to explode. He's going to go nuts. He's going to go all out. And if he has the power of time on his side, if Phainon is indeed going to become a demigod of Oronix, when you lose everyone around you, What will you do when you have the power of time on your side? Won't you go back to try to literally rescue everyone or do something else? But he's not going back to rescue them. If the hooded man is Phainon, why is he going back and he's taking down everyone? Why does he want to take down the divinity? What? Because maybe he thought taking the core flames was the reason everyone was destined to die. So he's going against the divinity. He's going against that. He's trying to taking the core flames away from the flame chasers so they never die. Could that be a case? No. Because he tried to kill Mydei. There's the trick. He tried to stab Mydei in the back. So that makes me feel like, what if this cabin is already like a different form of cabin, like a messed up cabin completely, either from the black tide, either from the constant loss and the suffering he endured and his mind just blanked out, or a cabin who's already possessed by something. It can be anything, and I keep saying cabin, I mean Phainon, I'm sorry, but like everything is a mixture in my head, so it can be many things at once. The question is, what the hell is happening, and how is March 7th connected to it? How the hell is March 7th connected to it? I feel like March 7th is connected to Cyrene, Kirini, Mem. But how? How is the question? And the last thing I want to mention is the ending screen with Kastoriki and the Trailblazer. The thing I do not like about that scene, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I cannot take seriously a scene where it shows the Trailblazer dead. Because the story of Forest is going to go up to 3.7 and 3.8. There's no way the Trailblazer is going to die, and if they do, they're obviously going to be revived. It's very likely that we actually might die in the hands of Kastoriki, and then we'll see another scene from, again spoilers, Honkai Impact 3rd. I will no longer be a bystander, if you know the song, and she might pull us from the River of Souls, or, you know, from the River of Death, the Styx, I mean. Because maybe, what if Kastoriki becomes a demigod right after our death? What if we die, Kastoriki takes the trial of Thanatos, somehow Thanatos is like found in the next path, in the next story. She takes the trial, and after she gains the powers of a demigod, she brings us back up. She goes and she pulls us out. She will have those powers, right? She will be the entity of death, the demigod. So I don't really take the death of the Trailblazer seriously. I was shocked. Yes, it was a shocking scene to see. But I feel like everything is leading up to that. Kastoriki becoming a demigod and saving our asses. So I think this was pretty obvious. Anyway, I think I said a lot about the story. Thank you so much for watching. This is my playthrough of the 3.1 story. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you felt about it, and let me know what theories you have. Of course, if you know any spoilers or leaks, please don't say anything that might indicate that. I don't want to be spoiled before I reach the end of Forest. I will be so triggered if I do. So let me know how you felt, what you think about the story, if you like it, if you think it's going to a better path. Let me know if you pull for Tribi or Mydei, or both, and what you feel about those characters. And let's keep on trailblazing together and reach the end of the Promised Land with the west wind and the flowers. I don't remember exactly the words, as you can see, because goldfish memory, but yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.